Shalom, with the Israelite School Universal Practical Knowledge, starting out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana. We teach that black, Hispanic, and Native Indians are the 12 lost tribes according to the Bible, the true biblical by blood Jews. We're not affiliated with any other Israelite group, Muslim mosque, or Christian organization whatsoever. We are the home of the truth, man. Right. And this is history class. This history class is based a little bit, really not even nothing on World War I, just the era of World War I. But there's a particular brother by the name of Eugene Williams, if you know, that's his last name, correct? Williams? Eugene Williams, who been unalive back in the early 1900s, 1919. And I'm bringing this brother out particularly for the fact that our people need to understand and wake up and realize the things that we see going on right now on behalf of the black and brown community when it comes to the opposition, the oppressor, and people of that nature is nothing new, man. We only making it new. And I'm gonna be the one to say Black Lives Matter doesn't mean anything. Black Lives Matter is a bunch of crap. Ask me why I say that. I say that because out of 105 years since his brother unaliving, we still managed to do the same goddamn thing, man. Right. We still managed to follow Martin Luther King and want to be joined hand in hand with people who really don't give a goddamn about us. Right. But we listen to Martin Luther King. And now we got 2023, 2024, and we talking about God loves everybody. Let's join hand in hand. You know, the Lord doesn't see no color. But at the end of the day, them Baptists were also, you know, supremacists. Let me say that. The Baptists were supremacists. Look at your TD Jakes right now. Those leaders, what are they doing for the black and brown community other than teaching you how to be a disgusting deviant behind the curtains? They try to spit the real deal in front of everybody, but all reality, they're disgusting deviants, man. Right. And the Lord, according to the Bible, he's going to deal with them swiftly and particularly. TD Jakes, your reign is almost over. Nasty Nate or Purple Ass, your reign is coming to a downfall. And you're going to have to understand Christianity is not the way for black and brown people. And I hate to say it like that. Any religion is not for black and brown people. Black and brown people have a culture like every other nation out here has. But at the end of the day, when it comes to Tulsa, Oklahoma, when it comes to Chicago and they riots, when it comes to the Red Summer, when it comes to the Arkansas, when it comes to Detroit riots, all of us riot because we understood that it was another black man or a black woman or a brown man or a brown woman becoming unalived. And not saying that's the correct way to go about it, because you can't beat the European man military. Right. You can't beat their military. But what you need to do is take your spirit out of America. That's right. Take your spirit and take everything that means something to these goddamn oppressors and take it out of America. Like sisters like Weave. Save your money and start dealing with that sister in the hood who do better hair than any Asian. Right. When it comes to a black man, you need your car fixed or whatever, take it to a Mexican man. That's right. Learn how to deal with your own people. And today, again, we're going into Eugene Williams because this unaliving is nothing new. We know about this. This was happening since the beginning of the time. Beginning of the time. Yeah, I know we clowns. We clowns for the time being. Right. But when Christ get back, I'm gonna have that same clown face on. Right. I'm going to have a clown face on, and I'm going to laugh till you fall to your demise. That's right. Go ahead. No, let me get Zephaniah 2:1 real quick. All right. See, you got a lot of hecklers and people that just want to be on TikTok and you know what I'm saying, troll and thinking they really know something, but they don't know they ass from a hole in the ground. That's right. They really don't. You know what I mean? And you say clown all you want. And you notice there's always oppressors that clown people who want to stay into their culture. But then they're the same disgusting, filthy, whatever germ that want to ask you, what is that on your head? Why do y'all do this? Why do y'all do that? But you can't ask the oppressor, why do you unalive? Right. Why do you like pornography? Right. Why did you put us on slave ships? Right. They don't have an answer for it. All they say is, oh, well, that was wrong. But why? Right. Why was it wrong? Because I can tell you why black and brown people are in the penitentiary. Right. I can tell you why black and brown sisters are leading in the abortion clinics. Right. I can tell you why. But can you tell me why you are the way you are? Let's talk about it. I gotta hold my speech, man. Yeah. Go ahead.
The book of Zephaniah, chapter 2, verse 1. Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
The scriptures say, gather yourself together, nation not desired. Them Hispanics that's locked down in the cage right now, in between poverty and having some form of success. And when they want to come to the side of success, the people that are successful takes them back down into the cage. That right there is a nation not desired. A black man that actually wants to be in the life of his children have to deal with an ill-mannered woman that wants to chase child support and want to throw her ass whichever way she wants to. That is a nation not desired. The simple as that. You got Jamaicans that come from overseas and work 3 or 4 jobs to send money back, and they look at a dreadlock wearing Jamaican as a drug dealer when he's an honest man who just wants to survive. That's a nation not desired. But you got our oppressors, you got our oppressors that sell us Fendi and Louis Vuitton and Birkin and sell us these straight hair weaves, and sisters go, gobble it up. We want to be like everybody else. Everybody wants to be like us until it's time to say, put my black on, put my brown on. So for you to say I'm not listening, I'm not going to listen. I'm not, because I know and I see what my people go through. Apparently you don't. Apparently when you look into America and you say that we all free, you think because I don't have handcuffs on, I'm not picking no goddamn cotton, I'm free. That's not the case, man.
Right.
I got dreams and goals just like you do. But guess who will succeed on their dreams and goals first? Yeah, I'll wait for you to put it in the chat. Go ahead, sir.
Come. Before the decree bring forth, before the day pass as the chaff, before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you. So
the Lord's telling, O nation not desire, bring yourself together before the decree is called, before the Lord bring his wrath upon us. When Christ come back, when the Lord send Christ back, and the Lord start, with all the 100,000 angels, and I know where this about to go. When the Lord, Christ come back with that bloody vesture, you have to understand, if you ain't gathering ourselves together, you are going to be left isolated.
Right.
Because it is a time, a famine is coming. We see in the Middle East right now with Russia and Ukraine, Libya and Egypt, Iran and Iraq. I mean, each and every nation left and right, Yemen. We see what's actually going on. And don't be the one that fails and flunk in the eyes of the Lord because you think you can worry about yourself like the Christian church say.
Right.
Pray about it. You got to worry about yourself. If that man ain't going to work, that man can't get a job, go ahead and leave him. Right. And that same thinking, your pastor is going to be the same ones coming to you asking for answers.
That's right.
Your pastor is going to come to you. And your pastor won't bring out nothing. Your pastor ain't never brought out Zephaniah 2:1. Right. Read it from the top one more time.
Come, Zephaniah chapter 2, verse 1.
Go ahead.
Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together. O nation not desired.
O nation not desired. We all know East Indians, Asians, Russians, I mean, everybody but the damn Hawaiians come to America and look down on black people like filth, like nothing. But the only something that they want from you is your money and to whip and beat the hell out of you. Salaki. Go ahead, go. You go to the book now, sir.
Come.
Because people just think we on here talking. They believe the Bible is the oppressor's book.
Right.
It could, it contradicts itself.
Right.
But what people fail to realize is when you look in Hebrews 5 and 12, you have to be taught by men of wisdom.
That's right.
Christ spoke in what? Metaphor?
Right.
Christ spoke in metaphor for a reason. Because certain people ain't meant to know this. Certain people are going to be traitors. Like a lot of you, Martin Luther King followers. Like Dr. Umar and Yaqui and 19 Keys. Y'all are traitors, man.
Right.
Because you're teaching our people nothing that's going to help them. Well, what is being an herbalist going to do for my family? Also, God will.
Right.
What is that going to do?
Right.
I'm an herbalist and now I smoke weed.
Right.
What is that going to do?
Right.
When the law kick in my door and I got a pound of goddamn weed and I can't take care of my family no more because I'm locked up.
Right.
What is weed going to do? Nothing. Go ahead.
From June through December 1919, 76 blacks were lynched, and there were 25 race riots.
25 race riots. 25 race riots. Go ahead.
And those lynched were 10 black soldiers.
10 black soldiers. 10 black soldiers. You mean to tell me you gave blood, sweat, and tears for a nation that does not desire you? A nation that does not give a damn about you. You went to what's World War One? This man is a military, ex-military. He knows. What was World War One?
World War One. World War One was against.
I mean, it's like
it's against. It
against I forget who they was fighting, but yeah.
Anyway, it is irrelevant.
Yeah, it's irrelevant because listen, Slovakia. Go ahead, Slovakia. Go ahead, because I got something to get the Germans, but go ahead.
Slovakia, y'all. Yeah, all prophets are coming to the pass. Yes, you damn right. Sis. All prophets come to the pass because the same people that's over in the motherland of the real Jews aren't the prophets. They can't even tell you what's going on. They over there stealing as we speak. Now go ahead.
Kind of, yeah, World War I was with the Germans. But no, like you so right. Like you so right. Like this is what we need to be listening to.
Right.
Not no damn TV jakes. Like this is what Black Hispanics and Native Americans need to be hearing right now. If they ain't got their ears open to this, then they might be in that in that bloodbath that Christ is gonna come back with.
Damn right.
You understand? Salakia.
Go ahead.
Salakia says, among those lynched were 10 black soldiers, some of them still wearing uniforms.
So you mean to tell me black man and brown man, black man and brown man, black woman and brown woman? Let me explain something to you. When it comes to the LGBT community, it doesn't matter who you are as long as you support the cause. When it comes to black and brown man and woman, it doesn't matter who you are as long as you support America.
Right.
But guess what? When you come back home, you are just another N-word.
Right.
That's all it is. And Ali was on the wrong track, but he said the right thing. Why would I go to another area to fight for my nation when they won't even fight for me here at home?
That's right.
How many brothers that you see on YouTube right now getting arrested with what it called valor?
With their uniforms on.
With their uniform on,
Right.
and it's like, nigga, we don't care.
Right.
You're still another N-word. You're still another goddamn spit.
Right.
Your color don't mean, excuse me, your title don't mean nothing.
Right.
I see your color. But the Christian church will tell you color don't mean nothing.
Right.
But the same reason why, Christ was whitewashed. Let me say that. Go ahead.
3 soldiers were killed in Georgia, and 3 more in Mississippi. 2 were lynched in Arkansas, and mobs killed 1 in Florida, and 1 in Alabama. In Omaha, Nebraska, a mob not only lynched and burned a black man, but hanged the white mayor who tried to prevent the lynching.
That's why the scriptures say, "Be ye separate." And the Lord, and you see what that was righteous.
Right.
I hate to say it, but the mindset of those oppressors taking out one of their own for helping the opposition, that is righteous.
Right.
Because in the scripture, it even says, those hand joined in hand, the wicked shall not go unpunished.
Right.
So even though you think you living righteous, if you dealing with those wicked, you might be the same one get hit with a stray.
Right.
You might be the same one that gets your door kicked in because you're hanging with the wicked.
Right.
And those oppressors, they understand the whole form of unity. But our black people don't. We cry about, that plate is, man, they spending $15, $20 too much on the plate.
Right.
But these people understood the fact that this is my country. I don't care what I do. I'm willing to fight and take out whoever that wants to take my guns, who wants to take my wife, whoever wants to take the red, white, and blue banner from them. I'm willing to do whatever and give whatever. But what are black people willing to do? What are y'all willing to do? Smoke a blunt? That's what y'all willing to do, man? Be mad at the next man because he stepped on your damn shoes in the club? Be mad at the next woman because a man loved you and her? That's all we got to provide, man. Tell me, our people are the greatest people that ever walked the land of this earth, and we know that. But meanwhile, we don't understand why we can't have nothing. We think we woke, but how woke are we?
Right.
When we don't even see that cigarettes are killing us. Pork is killing us. Weed is killing us. Hate and deceit is killing us. Right. Come on, man. Child support alone is minimizing a man's chance to be anything.
Right.
When are we going to realize? Go ahead.
And burned down the courthouse. The ferocity of the whites rivaled and the atrocities of which the Germans had been accused during World War I.
Hold on, let's lock it real quick.
We
like to start from scratch on that part, but I got some more here. I'm not gonna get too much in it because I know how the people who run media and stuff go. But he said white race. The Caucasian guy on here said the white race is a superior race.
God.
I mean, the best way I can answer this without us getting booted, take away unaliving, and sexually abusing. What can you do? If we started a 40-yard dash right now for the world, can you win? If we was in a boxing ring right now, can you win? If we had to figure out how we're going to hustle and get it from scratch, can you win? Can you pick cotton in 115-degree weather for 16 hours without getting sunburned and manage to get your ass up and do it again in the morning? Can you win and survive?
Right.
No, you can't.
Right.
You can't. So minimize your commentary, man.
And just ask them where.
Where?
Where have you ever been the better at what? At what has white people ever been better than black people? We at the lowest of our lowest. This
Right.
ain't our country.
Right.
We slaves over here.
Right.
But when the slaves is better than you at everything.
Right.
You understand? These damn oppressors, boy. You know.
Right. But we gonna keep it fluent, you know, for the sake of y'all. But we got a sister on here saying, Asha, she said, my grandfather fought in Vietnam and told us when he had came back to America, he had told he had to move to the back of the bus as soon as he got back. Mm-hmm. Come on, man.
Yeah.
You mean to tell me they throw you in the front line, sis, to become unalive or do whatever these people gonna do for you to get thrown in the back of the bus? And now our people love the back of the bus?
Right.
Wow. Go ahead and start from there on that piece.
God. The ferocity of the whites rivaled the atrocities of which the Germans had been accused during World War I. Mm-hmm. They burned black men alive and they fought over scraps of clothing or pieces of the body as souvenirs.
Hold on. So you mean to tell me Hitler was burning Germans, but meanwhile, who was burning black people?
Whites.
And this happened before Hitler did that, right?
Right.
So you mean to tell, I can't say this part. So you mean to tell me everybody has a perpetual hatred for Hitler and the things that he's done, the actions that he went about.
Right.
Meanwhile, he took the same techniques and tactics from the same people that was doing it to us.
Right.
But he put it on his own people. But who's the real devil?
Right.
Who? Man, keep going, man.
Men, women, and even unborn children were the victims of lynch mobs.
Men, women, and what? Unborn?
Right.
Unborn children. Unborn. What is a fetus going to do?
Right.
What can a baby do? What a 3-year-old child can do to you when you sleep? Nothing.
Right.
Pull Deuteronomy 28:50 if you could, Bob Kashad. That's ridiculous, man. And right around this time in 1919, you know, in Elaine, Arkansas, we had a war over. Let me go ahead and say it for the one that said that the Europeans is superior race. In Arkansas, Elaine, Arkansas, y'all went to war with us for sharecropping. Y'all went to war with us for sharecropping because y'all didn't have the funds and y'all couldn't grow and plant like we could. But meanwhile, you wanted to tax our land and tax and get a portion of our vegetation that we grew.
Right.
Why is that? Sound like Jacob and Esau.
Right.
It's
like the devil.
It's yes. Salakia.
God.
Meanwhile, you're the superior race. But never one time I heard that they built any civilization from hands, knees, blood, and sweat and tears.
None.
Come on, man. You still got the Mexicans picking cherries and oranges and damn jalapenos right now.
Right.
Explain it, man. What, the one in Alabama, a prison right now in Alabama, got them picking cotton. Right now, today, 2024, picking cotton. What is the oppressor doing? What is he doing?
Right.
Go ahead.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 50. A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old.
The nation of fierce countenance. Fierce. Go ahead.
Which shall not regard the person of the old.
Who does not care about the old,
Nor
the young,
show favor to the young.
nor the young. It doesn't matter who you is. You can be Trayvon Martin or you can be, George Floyd. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's going to happen, man. Go ahead.
Verse 51. And he shall eat the fruit of thy cattle.
Okay, that's too wild.
Come.
Yeah, you go back to the book. These people do not care about the old or the young. It doesn't matter. If you can't provide and give them, then it doesn't matter. But our people, what we fail to realize is the fact that we have everything to offer these people and they have nothing.
Right.
Why be joined with them when we own? When I say we own everything by verb. We're able to build it. We're able to do it. You know, we can go to the penitentiary, and I heard brothers making what they be making over there. I'm gonna call it slop.
God.
Brothers be making slop, now they making lollipops.
Right.
They got a grill in there. They doing everything. They making their own punching bags in the penitentiary.
Right.
In the penitentiary.
Right.
A homeless man can get a bucket, a shoestring, and a goddamn broomstick and make a song out of it.
Right.
what people could do that?
Right.
Because their music don't even sound good when they got the resources. Explain.
Right.
Go ahead.
God. The NAACP had made lynchings and segregation its main targets, and it had to.
Hold on. Yeah, I'm glad you said that real quick. In NAACP, these people right here, what are they doing? Nobody speaks on them. They made lynching and what a target?
God. They made lynching and segregation its main targets.
So what is NAACP doing right now when it comes to Chicago? When it comes to all these holidays that we know that black and brown people are going to become unalive, what are they doing? Why are the NAACP making it seem even remotely okay to pass out syringes in Kensington, Philadelphia, for you to get high? Why are they allowing them to do that? Go ahead.
And it had to take to the courts many times just to secure its right to operate as a civil rights organization. In 1919, the state of Texas attempted to stop the NAACP from operating by claiming that it was not chartered to do business in Texas. John Shilladine, a white man who was national security of the organization, went to Texas to defend the NAACP as a civic and an educational body in August 1919. A white mob beat him unconscious.
Did what?
Beat him.
Did what?
Beat him.
Now notice, these oppressors, this is how disgusting it is. Oppressors, when it comes to unaliving, other than, Dylan Storm and all of them, this and that,
Right.
when it comes to standing up just for your rights, your moral rights, you just want to live and just be an honest person, a mob of them.
Right.
A mob of them. They don't care, man.
Right.
They all got the same spirit. And I hate to say it like that. I hate to say it like that because it sounds like a stereotype. But you have to start stereotyping.
Right.
You have to. You have to. Because I could walk down the road right now with a polo shirt on and dreads, and they say he sells drugs. But I could walk down the road with, with a jail suit on and a buzz cut and got, convicted for something I didn't even do, and they say he's a felon.
Right.
You got to. We know these people have a perpetual history of unaliving. For what?
Right.
You go into church and unalive 6, 7, 8, 9 people for what?
Right.
You go to Buffalo, New York and unalive for what? Explain it. I mean, what Arizona, I believe that's where Jason Aldean had his concert, shooting off the hotel. For what? What is all of this for? You need to start stereotyping.
That's right.
Because the Chinese, the Arabs, the white, they all stereotype when it comes to the neighborhood.
Right.
When are we going to do it? We see one of them and they get a pass in our hood because they know how to do the Harlem Shake or they got some good weed. Yeah, we let them all get by.
Right.
Come on, man. Everybody can't come to the cookout. Go ahead.
A white mob beat him unconscious on the streets in Austin.
No, it's a lie. No, that's good. That's good. Your parents didn't teach you to be a victim. And whoever you are, you know what I'm saying? My parents didn't teach me to be a victim either.
Right.
But my parents also taught me of what can happen and what will happen. Everybody ain't out to hurt you, but understand everybody will hurt you.
Right.
So, I mean, you can call it what you want, and if you are one of them, if your parents never taught you to be a victim, who needs to be a victim when you got $100 million cotton foundation?
Right.
That your forefathers passed down 10, 15 generations. Of course you ain't going to be a victim.
Right.
Of course you ain't going to be a victim and you know what I'm saying, you don't live in the hood. You don't have 3 jobs. Of course you're not going to be a victim. Of course you're not going to be a victim every time you get pulled over and you got to wonder if you're going to make it home.
Right.
Of course you ain't got to play victim or wonder if you're going to be a victim.
That's right.
Explain that. But you know who was a victim? The same woman, oh, he whistled at me. She played victim and that's what happens.
Right.
That's what happened. We don't play victim.
Right.
We speak the truth, goddammit.
Right. No, and that's why you got Karens all over the place.
Goddamn
They
right.
are victims. All the Karens that you come to talk about online and everything, they are victims. And they all white. So what are you talking about? You are a victim just like Karen is a victim because your people act as a victim.
Right.
I didn't put you guys in slavery.
Right.
No, you a victim. You acting like a victim.
Right.
No, you're gonna take this punishment,
Right.
white boy.
Right.
Huh.
And that's heavy.
Mm.
God damn.
Did we get cut?
Yeah, you did it.
Damn.
You did it.
Damn.
Oh no, I think they're giving us bad. Maybe. I don't know. Slocky,
Slocky.
we gonna have to wind this brother down a little bit.
Slocky,
Forgive me,
I can't stand
we gotta wind this brother down a little bit.
Slocky.
But like we said, the whole victim antics and all of that. Of course, man. Of course. Go ahead.
Con. He resigned the next year and was succeeded by poet and writer James Weldon Johnson, an NAACP field secretary, who named the summer of 1919 the Red Summer. And a red summer it was. Race riots occurred in the South, East, West, and Midwest, in cities as large as Chicago, D.C., and as small as Longview, Texas, and Elaine, Arkansas. The riot in nation's capital started on July 19th, when gangs of white soldiers, sailors, and Marines, egged on by rumor mongers, who claimed that black men had been assaulting white women.
Hold on. To go back to the European military, because this is where we get into discipline. Discipline. Everybody back then, they say, go to the military, make something out yourself. Become disciplined.
Right.
Become a stand-up man. Become a man.
Right.
America, when we think about military, we think about an austere, honest, disciplined, strong-willing, desired man. That's what we think about.
Right.
But we're going to see what it's really about.
Right.
And this is a book called, what's that book called?
Ebony.
So
Pictorial
TikTok,
History.
what it's called?
Ebony, Pictorial History of Black America.
Okay, so that way TikTok don't try to think is all opinion.
Right.
Go ahead.
Assaulting white women, invaded black neighborhoods, beating up black men, even pursuing some of them into their homes.
So like it, go back, start from top, right above Marines, Army, and all that little section, little corner right there.
Over here, you said Marines.
You was like the military and some.
In World War One, they're talking about when they was talking about.
Like you just went past it. It might be like 2 or 3 miles ago.
The riot in nation's capital started on July 19 when gangs of white soldiers, sailors, and Marines, egged on by rumor mongers, who claimed that black men had been assaulting white women.
Explain. This is the issue right here. When you got the military, nobody should be able to egg you on.
Right.
When we look into the military, these movies, and somebody becomes hostage, they make it seem like they just go through so much. They get tied up, get their fingers cut off, they get slashed and drowned. They don't say anything. It's for America. I'm not going to say anything.
Right.
I'm just willing to go down and just.
Right.
You got to take me alive.
Right.
Whatever. But meanwhile, a little simple rinky-dink ass farmer got a rumor going. Lord knows whatever the hell they talking. Can't talk straight.
Right.
You mean to tell me they got y'all all aroused to where you wanted to fight in your nation?
Right.
Come on. Go ahead. What's the discipline?
Right.
Go ahead.
Invaded black neighborhoods, beating up black men, even pursuing some of them into their homes. The attacks persisted for a second day, and it said that 3 black men were killed. On the third day, white gangs attempted to invade and burn black neighborhoods, but found to their surprise that black men had secured guns.
Now, understand, they said Caucasian gang. Our gangs, I believe, didn't start up to maybe like the late 50s, early 60s. I ain't gonna call out the name because they irrelevant. Started up with them. So black man and brown man, when it comes to this gang banging and stuff like that, man, you ain't doing nothing new, man.
Right.
You ain't as hard as you think you is, and I hate to say it, I got love for you, but somebody got to tell you cold cut. You ain't as hard as you really think you is, man. You really ain't doing it like you really think you doing it, because the real gangbangers is the one who running your block that you try to bang on. MLK is at every city, damn near every state, but you know who running that one.
Right.
Meanwhile, y'all gang banging over MLK corner when that bastard ain't did nothing. On top of the oppressor is the real gangbanger.
Right.
So what is you doing, man? You sit here trying to follow ways of the goddamn heathen, and you ain't getting nowhere.
Right.
Nowhere. That's the purpose of coming back to the laws, statutes, and commandments that the Lord give you. Because we're going to continue to be beaten down to dust until we realize who He is and how we really need to stand, man. Because America say, what, United States of America, and why in the hell is there a democracy? Why the hell is there what's Democratic Republic?
Right.
Why is it all these left wing and right wings if it's so united? Come on, man. The real contradiction ain't the Bible, it's you.
Right.
Because you think you can do what the oppressor do and think you're gonna be able to get over, but you're not. You're not, man. A real man gonna stand up for the truth and for his people.
That's
not
right.
a goddamn red and blue flag, man.
Right.
Not no weed. Not to sell no drugs to another brother aunt. And not to have hate for that brother and that sister. That ain't what we supposed to be doing.
Right.
We can't get off. That's why we always fall into the pit of hell, man. That's why. Go ahead.
It says that black men had secured guns and were fighting back.
Right.
It is estimated that several whites were killed and many others injured before the city called out the U.S. Provost Guard to restore order. The same month in Longview, Texas, a group of white men went into a black neighborhood.
Hold on. So you mean to tell me this is the same month and they ain't had that? They ain't have enough decorum?
God.
Like the military dudes ain't did enough? It's just another set of men that just said it ain't over with.
Right.
That's why the scriptures say if anybody harm Esau is the man who run the world. If anybody harm him, paraphrase, the revenge is gonna come back sevenfold.
Right.
Meaning when you do something to these people,
Right.
you don't get away with it.
Right.
If you don't get gotten out, they're gonna get your kids and your grandkids.
Right.
You gotta understand that these people, you can't beat them. But how you beat them is taking your spirit for the things that they need.
Right.
Simple. Go ahead.
It says they were in search of a Negro who was supposed to have sent reports of a lynching to the Chicago Defender. Blacks fired on the invaders.
So you mean to tell me they searching for a Negro that sent a report to basically the police?
Right.
Wow. They hunt our steps, man. Go ahead.
Hitting several of them. The next day, whites turned out in force, burning several houses in the black neighborhood, beating up several leading citizens and running others out of the town. The Longview and Washington riots brought a new dimension to racial strife in America.
See, this is the thing. When the oppressor was coming to that city, his whole main objective was nobody do nothing. Let me keep slapping you in your head.
Right.
Let me keep slapping you around on your neck.
Right.
But if you rebel or you look like you want to fight back, I'm going to do something to you.
Damn right.
That's what he did. That's what they do. And for all the hecklers, the oppressors, and the rest of y'all on there, man, I will see you in hell.
That's right.
Because your time is coming.
That's right.
I will. And I make sure I'm there. Because I will be there now. Go ahead.
Where in the past, whites had been allowed to ravage as they pleased.
So at that time, Europeans was allowed to just go in and take or do whatever they want to do at will, at their own desire. Why? Because they hold themselves not guilty. Go ahead.
Blacks were now fighting back. It remained for the riot in Chicago to carry the movement to its logical conclusion. A pitched battle between blacks and whites that rivaled some of the skirmishes in World War I. Racial tensions had built up in the city because of the tremendous migration of blacks from the South. The ghetto scenes were straining as some of 100,000 blacks sought living space. As blacks tried to spread into the white neighborhoods, the whites responded with threats and bombings.
That sounds like redlining. What?
Invisible lines were drawn, and to cross them invited retaliation. The invisible line stretched even to the beaches of Lake Michigan, where blacks and whites swam in segregated water.
Okay, now we swim in segregated water. Now this is what makes it crazy. And anybody on TikTok, I'm asking you, I'm asking you this question: how and why does the oppressor charge us for air? Air to put in our tire, air in the can. Why does the oppressor charge us for water, or we get charged when we collect rainwater? Why? Why does the oppressor? What else they charge for that we shouldn't even get charged for? That's natural.
Lights. I mean,
lights.
Electricity. I mean, damn,
candles.
Right.
Why do we get charged for things that are just out here?
Right.
Explain it. But meanwhile, now they talking about segregated water. Which molecule of this water belongs to a Negro and which one belongs to a European?
Right.
3 days later, that molecule is in China somewhere.
Right.
Come on, man. Now this is getting into Eugene Williams. Go ahead.
The battle is said to have started when 17-year-old Eugene Williams floated or swam from black to white water.
Floated or swam. It's one of the two. Now do mind, when you get online and you look up this article, it never said that. It said he was in a boat It said he was in a boat, and they said he committed suicide. Meanwhile, go ahead.
Whites stoned him,
Uh-huh.
and he drowned.
So they stoned him, and he drowned. So what? Was he swimming? Was he floating? Was he on the boat? But last time I checked, if you was to strike somebody, say if you give them a gunshot wound, and they don't die, they don't unalive. 3 days later, if they still in the hospital and they lose their life, you're charged with unaliving.
Right.
So when they hit this boy with a rock and he drowned, they'll say he drowned, but what was the cause of him drowning? Go ahead.
Khan. It says, although investigators said his body showed no signs of having been hit by stones, the story was out, and blacks on the beach even pointed out the white man who was supposed to have hit him. When police refused to arrest the man, the blacks attacked the police, and the battle was joined.
Oh, man.
Both whites and blacks were injured in the battle on the beach, and rumors spread throughout the city. The incident took place on Sunday. On Monday morning, blacks going to work in white neighborhoods were attacked. Blacks in turn attacked whites in black neighborhoods. The battle spread, and by Wednesday, the governor had called out the National Guard.
And I'm going to say this: the Israelite School Universal Practical Knowledge under Commander General Yohana, we do not advocate for any violence, any harming anybody, just strictly defending yourself at all costs.
That's right.
Whatever it takes. But the spirit of these people for seeing that was so righteous, and it was so right.
Right.
Because how long does it take, and what has to happen for you to actually fight back for the means of your people? They fought back then.
Yeah.
George Floyd had a knee on his neck for 9 minutes in some time.
Right.
All you had to do was pull your phone out. That's the only thing you wanted to do.
Right.
That's all you wanted to do. That's why America. That's why today is a joke. Today is a joke when it comes to the Black Lives Matter movement, the feminist movement, the women empowerment movement. All of that is a bunch of garbage. Juneteenth is trash.
That's right.
All of it. Because at the end of the day, when Juneteenth over, you go back to hating your brother. After Black Lives Matter, you go back and sell some weed to somebody else or sleep with another man's wife. That's why it's a bunch of trash. It's garbage, man. Come on.
Wow. Khan. Sniping, burning, looting, and beatings were taking place all over such a widespread area that it was 13 days before peace was finally restored. The casualties were appalling. 23 blacks and 15 whites lay dead. Some 537 persons, including 178 whites, had been wounded, and more than 1,000 families, mostly black, were homeless.
Mostly black were homeless. Wow. Go ahead.
The extent of the Chicago riot shocked both white and black leaders, but the wave continued as major outbreaks occurred over a wide area.
Now, when it comes to that, in 1919, Elaine, Arkansas, that whole sharecropping joint,
Right.
that right there was just another trigger off of that. The whole thing that's in Washington, D.C., where 100 soldiers become unalive because a European woman said somebody was trying to sexually do something to her.
Right.
They got churches, schools, and homes burnt down. Now, going back to where they was talking about Eugene Williams saying that he drowned or whatever he done, the same way they lied about him drowning is the same way they got Sandra Bland saying she committed suicide, and that was it.
Right.
It's always us doing something to ourselves, or if somebody else done it, it was done righteously or in right action or the fear of my life, or what's the other one they like to say? Mentally ill.
Right. Right. Yeah, I thought I seen a gun.
I thought I seen a gun.
Right.
And it was a Christian cross in the Bible. It was a white cone in his hand. Go ahead.
Con. Many of the Red Summer riots grew out of the fact that a new militancy had developed not only among national leaders, but among the masses in towns throughout the nation. The militancy of the period was probably best exemplified in the body of the NAACP. By 1920, the NAACP was led primarily by black men in the field.
So what is the NAA? No, you good, sir. What is the NAACP doing right now? And they supposed to be led by black men. I haven't heard a whisper from the NAACP since when the hell? When have we seen them on NBC, ABC, 7, 15, Channel 3? I mean, I ain't heard. I don't even. Damn, they've been going so long. I don't even know what the acronym stand for.
Right.
I mean, where are y'all? Where are y'all? Nothing but suit and tie thieving MFs.
Right.
Go ahead.
In the 1920s, the NAACP was led primarily by black men in the field. Although it was still controlled by an interracial board of directors and fought for integration. A good example of the work it was doing can be drawn from the Elaine, Arkansas riot.
See?
And it is aftermath. Black farmers wanted to organize a union to protest against the low prices being paid for cotton by the white buyers. They met in October, and the meeting was broken up by a deputy sheriff and a posse. In the resulting fracas, the deputy was killed. Whites immediately retaliated. Reports of the number of blacks killed vary widely. More than 100 were wounded. After the shooting had died down, 79 blacks were brought to trial, and 12 of them were sentenced to death for murder and insurrection.
All right, we good on that. Let's go Job 30 and 30. Because now we about to get to rolling in these scriptures. And now this is the fun part. Because y'all might have something to say about the history and got all these articles y'all pulling, which that's cool. But now when we go to the Bible, let's talk about it.
Right.
Bring out all your questions, all your concerns. Come on, man. We got the answers.
Right.
We got the answers. The priests and prophets are here.
Damn right.
And guess what? They're the ones that's not desired. Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian.
That's right.
Jamaican, Bahamian, Uruguayan, Mexican. You know what I mean? We all here. You know, natives, Mohicans, we all here. We are back in the world.
That's right.
And guess what? There is nothing you can do to stop it.
Damn right.
And it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. And you know what make it even more beautiful? Because you know the scripture that said, whoever lead into captivity shall go into captivity. Whoever killed with the sword must be killed with the sword. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just beautiful.
Right.
It's beautiful. Because payback's a dog.
Ooh,
and for all y'all that believe in karma, karma is real.
That's
and she's
right.
a bitch. Go ahead.
The book of Job, chapter 30, verse 30.
False prophet. Prove that we false prophet.
Right.
Just prove it.
Right.
Just prove it.
Right.
Prove it. I mean, that just prove it.
Right. Prove
And
all
I'm
things.
asking you, prove all things. What?
Right.
First Thessalonians say, prove all things. Just prove that we false prophet.
Right.
Go ahead.
The book of Job, chapter 30, verse 30. My skin is black.
Salaki. He said God will prove it.
Oh, yeah.
God will prove it. Will prove that God will prove it. And he will expose us. Because last time I checked, the Lord's going to send Christ to prove it.
That's right.
So go ahead. I'm waiting. Go ahead.
The book of Job, chapter 30, verse 30. My skin is black.
This is Job, the one, another perfect man.
Right.
That said, my skin is black. My skin. Go ahead.
Upon me. And my bones are burned with heat.
And we know what happened when heat get onto anything.
Right.
That's a double positive, basically.
Right.
My skin is black. Go ahead. No, I feel like you had something to say.
No, like you so right. Like false prophet where? You understand?
Right.
Like you say, like prove all things.
Prove
like
it.
come with your facts.
Right.
You understand?
Yeah.
Prove to me that the Bible don't teach about your demise.
Right.
Okay, you will pay for what you did to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
Right.
You understand? The Most High will. What did you say? Vengeance is mine.
Damn
Yeah,
right.
He will pay back vengeance for our people. You understand?
Damn right. Just to add a little insult to injury, give me not First Solomon, Songs of Solomon 1 and 5. Since we false prophets, you know, and I'm pretty sure you know about Solomon, right? No one did anything to the Hispanic. You're crazy. And that's very disrespectful.
That's why they speak Spanish.
That's very disrespectful.
Right.
The Spaniards of today are the people over in Spain, the people who colonized that land. And if you know anything about history, those same people are the ones who came here and colonized South Americans. Come on, man.
Why you think they
Come on, how disrespectful can you be? And there's certain things that you would say on here and get away with that I can't, so I'm just going to govern my tongue. You know what I'm saying? Because we can go there.
Right.
I mean, we can. You know that we join with the Spirit against 2 weeks, bro. Spirit told me. 2 weeks, bro. Spirit told you what? Spirit told you what that the Spirit ain't told us. Because there ain't no private interpretation when it comes to the Bible. Go ahead.
The Songs of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 5. I am black.
This is Solomon saying, I am black. Solomon, everybody knows about King Solomon.
Right.
I am black. Go ahead.
But comely.
But comely. But beautiful.
Right.
Go ahead.
O ye daughters of Jerusalem, as the tents of Kedar, as the curtains of Solomon.
Kedar is just another black word. Go ahead. That's it.
That's it.
Okay. Well, that's it. You know, now we rolling. Let's go to Hosea 4 and 6. I'm waiting on that false prophet. That's what I'm waiting on.
Right.
We fought side by side. Now, when you say integrated with the Spaniards against the Aztecs, hold on. What is your first? What's your nationality first? Let me ask that because I don't even know which way you're coming from.
Right.
I am Mexican. Okay, by you being Mexican, you know who the Aztecs are? As I'm speaking, just put in there, the Aztecs, those are Latinos, in Taino Indians, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
And when you say you fought by the Spaniards are the ones who conquered y'all. That's where y'all get y'all tongue from.
Right.
Because your original tongue is Hebrew or Lashwa Kodash, holy tongue. So saying fought side by side with them, yay, whoop-de-doo, but that's nothing good if you gain all their custom and culture and you don't have none of your own. All right, whatever. Anyway, I'm waiting on that false prophet.
Right.
Go ahead, sir.
The book of Hosea, chapter 4, verse 6. My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge.
The Lord's people is destroyed from lack of knowledge. The lack of knowledge that we fail to discern is that smoking weed doesn't give you an open eye, make you wise.
Right.
Smoking weed destroys you. Maybe putting it in tea and oil if your doctor said it's okay, but other than that, it destroys you. Sisters think this whole feminism and I can do it on my own is okay. It's not.
Right.
Because you need a man for mental health, physical health, protection, things of that nature. It's more than just self. But when you look into the doctrines of, let me say the right word, America, right? Doctrines of America, that's what it teaches sisters. I can do bad all by myself, but bitch, you look bad. You're doing bad. You know what I mean? His brothers in the penitentiary live better than you out here. Come on, man. We have to understand that it comes to a point to where we need to rebuke our parents when they're at fault. Right. Don't eat that pork. I know you raised me on it, but you shouldn't eat it. Right. Dad, mama, why don't you stop drinking? But we fail because of lack of knowledge. Because I'm worried about myself. It ain't just you out here. It's all of us. Right. My bad decisions affect my nation. Vice versa. Go ahead.
Come. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me.
And the Lord will reject us, and then we can't be a priest for the Lord. Right. If we reject the knowledge. How would it look like a priest coming up to you right now, smoking a blunt, talking about, yeah, Christ black, he gonna be back tomorrow. You gonna look at him like, bro, you a fool, but pass me that blunt. Right. That's what you gonna do. That's exactly what you gonna do, man. Oh, the brother had another one too, Song of Solomon 1 and 10. That's the one I forgot about.
Oh, come.
Now the brother, we gonna bring it out again. That the priests in the Bible are black men, brown men, with chains and gold slugs and loud voices and like going to war. The same way you see us in our hoods, that's how we are. Right. That's just who we are. Right. But we're not doing it righteously. Imagine the hood only reacts when somebody is at fault, like a sexual abuser or a child molester is in the neighborhood and done something wrong. Right. Imagine all that goes in the hood happens to that man because of what he done. That's righteous. Right. That's very righteous. Imagine a sister out here swinging both of her legs. That happened to her in the hood. That's righteous. That's how we conduct ourselves, man. But now we fell into the customs of America, being wild, having nothing, no govern to us, and X, Y, Z. Right. Go ahead.
The book of Songs of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 10. Thy cheeks are comely with rows of jewels.
My cheeks is comely. It's beautiful with rows of jewels. Right. Go ahead.
And thy neck with chains of gold.
So the reason why y'all going through it, because all y'all spend your money on dumb stuff. Right. Chains and cars and jewelry. That's what we do. Right. That's what we do.
Right.
But America will tell you rich people are the people who don't show what they spend their money on.
Right.
That's what they do because they ain't got no style and swag to them.
They don't know what to buy.
What? You look at Paul Wall right now, I'll be like, bro, I'll snatch them slugs out your mouth. You look funny.
Right.
Then y'all don't know what to do with it. Y'all got all the money and don't even know what to do with it.
Right.
We know we can't take it with us.
Right.
I mean, sisters had gold flip-flops back then. I mean, gold earrings. I mean, all type of stuff. But with them, they want to up it on taxes. Right. Only time you see it is if the rich and wealthy. And, oh, bro, that's what we like.
It's so lucky if I could.
Right.
Eminem has been around black people his whole life. He ain't got one chain on out. He's still dressed like a white boy in the damn trailers.
Right.
You understand? Air Max on, jeans with a t-shirt and a hat. He ain't got no chains on. He ain't got no rings on. Cause why? Cause he Esau. He ain't got no style. He ain't got no flavor.
The best thing he had was that damn do-rag. That was it. That was it. I mean, what I mean, like really. I mean, come on, who is it? He said in one of his verses, "Staple your balls to a stack of papers." Like, come on, bro.
Right.
And we really listen to these folks.
Right.
And for the one that said, "Oh, Hispanic," and that was crazy, and that's so disgusting that you said that for you to be Hispanic. He said that Hispanics, they thrive. No,
Where?
you don't.
Where?
No, you don't.
Where?
Where do you thrive? And again.
Where?
And I'm not saying this out of hatred. It's pure love of black and brown people,
Right.
black, Hispanic, Native Indian. But where do you thrive?
Where?
Because right now, everybody from each and every other continent could come here, but you.
Right.
And they all making it through Arizona.
Well,
They all.
Yeah, your babies is on the borders. It's
I mean-
Hispanic babies on the borders. How is that thriving?
No, it's not disrespect. It's only disrespectful because you don't want to hear the truth.
Yeah.
And that's what being a Spaniard has done to you, with your Catholic or Catholicism, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
Where are you thriving?
Thriving where?
Come on.
You got cartel gangs all through Mexico.
Come on.
How is that thriving? You're
Come on.
killing each other.
We got cartel brothers in Mexico that changed their life and came into the school and they battled their enemies. The
Right.
people that were doing the same goddamn thing that you think.
What are you talking about?
You say it's disrespectful. I mean, if it's disrespectful, take it how you want it.
Right.
It's tough love. I'm not gonna butter you up. I'm not gonna tell you, oh, it's okay. No, we all in hell together.
Tell us where you thriving at though.
Because if you say you thriving, and I'm 9 times 10, you either smoke, eat pork, or you sleep with different women. If you doing any of those, you ain't thriving.
Right.
You ain't thriving. You don't know the first form of thriving.
Right.
Don't stand for it. Sit down. Sit down and get your ass in class. No, I mean, that's it. I ain't about to entertain that. You know, we the Israelite School Universal Practical Knowledge, starting out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana.
That's
We
right.
teach that black, Hispanic, and Native Indians are the 12 laws tribe, you know, according to the Bible,
Right.
by blood, period. This is the ISUPK Oklahoma statewide page. You are watching the Oklahoma class.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? I am a history teacher, Officer Shaya Allah.
That's right.
Come on, man. We got brotherhood class tomorrow for Hispanic brothers
That's right.
that need help, Native and black brothers that need help.
Right.
We got law class Wednesday.
Right.
Thursday, we got scripture breakdown.
Right.
Ask any questions that you got.
Right.
Friday, we got language class, and Saturday is Sabbath. Simple as that.
Right.
Simple as that. What are you doing? What are you doing since you're thriving?
Thriving where? Man, that's sad.
Probably got 3 baby mamas. No, you know, to be honest with you, I mean, his brothers in here with 12 wives, if you want to be honest. His brothers in here with 2 wives, 3
Right.
wives, and 3 kids.
Right.
So when you talk about baby mama, we
do
don't call them
baby
baby
mamas.
mama.
Yeah,
We ain't got baby mamas
we don't
right
do
here.
that in here.
And guess what? We ain't got baby mama with child support in here.
Right.
But you do, since
Yeah.
you're thriving. So lock it. Go ahead, man. I ain't fooling up with. Hey, start from the top on that 10.
God, the book of Songs of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 10.
Mm-hmm.
Thy cheeks are comely with rows of jewels.
So them rows of jewels, that mouth is beautiful with that gold in there, with them diamonds all in there. You know what I'm saying? Like all them VVs and CVCs and all of them BBs and ABC, all of that. You know what I mean? It's beautiful. And
Right.
it rows of jewels in our mouth. Go ahead.
Con, thy neck with chains of gold.
The neck with chains of gold. We know these rappers out here. I mean, you look at the baby, he got 4 chains on.
Right.
Future got 10 chains on. Wayne got 10 chains on.
Right.
Finesse two times got chains on.
Right.
Everybody rocking chain right now.
Right.
Everybody got slugs or grills or walls in their mouth.
Right.
That's just what we do, man.
Culture, baby.
That's just what we do.
Right.
That's exactly what we do. So when you say why are we doing that's not why we're broke. The reason why we're broke is because we don't spend amongst each other. That's why. How many sisters out here sell plates? But you'll go to some nasty ass KFC or damn Taco Bell when you can go right down there in the taco truck with the Mexican brothers that's thriving in the kitchen and help them out.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, explain that. That's it.
Kyle, that's it.
All right, let's go to 2 Corinthians 6-17. And while he pulling that, you know, in between that 19 and 18 through 1921, the 4 years that was going on, man, 28 people were burned by European mobs. Do you know what burning flesh smells like? Burning flesh. And I mean, how do you do that? How can you really just bring yourself to where you can watch somebody suffer and just... Meanwhile, when it comes to an animal, they say, you got to take the animal out of his misery. Right. You can't let the animal suffer. It messes up the meat. Come on, man. But they watch black people, Hispanic people be hung, be burnt, be drowned, and enjoyed it. I mean, what was the police officers that they had a dildo or a carrot or something when they went in people's house?
Mississippi.
Yeah, like, I mean, come on.
Yeah, disgusting.
What vile, disgusting, I mean, we at the end of TikTok now.
Right.
Vile, disgusting goddamn devil can put a dildo in another man's ass. Come on, man. When your job is to aid and assist, to come in here and defuse the situation, but you got a dildo. For what? He choose a baton, a dildo over a baton. Come on, man.
You're just disgusting.
Come on, man. Go ahead, man. All you can do is laugh at this shit.
Right.
Salaki, excuse my language.
Right. The book of 2 Corinthians chapter 6 verse 17.
Uh-huh.
Wherefore come out from among them and be ye separate.
Come out from among them. Come out from among America. Come out from buying Newport. Come out from eating pork and doing holidays and birthdays and voting and going to the military. I mean, we could go all the way from child support to selling drugs, to, whether to your people or their people. Come out from among that. Come out from among the people that say it's okay when the Lord clearly tell you, black and brown man and woman, is not okay. It's not okay.
Right.
When America pass a law and say it's okay, you think that's free reign for you to do whatever the hell you want, but you die behind doing exactly what they said is okay.
Right.
Stop it, man. You ain't gotta listen to me. But I'll tell you one thing. It's like, I'm gonna tell you. Damn, I know stuff. I'm gonna tell you. If you don't want to listen, the way, however it happens, it happens. However the oppressor takes you down, and you never see life no more, you deserve it. Because you got an opportunity to change it and fight. Get counsel and try to figure it out. But again, if you the next George Floyd, you know, I hate to say it like that, then you deserve it.
Right.
You deserve it. If you the next Sandra Blanton because you smoking weed, then you deserve it. Simple. You deserve every bit of punishment that the Lord of the Bible gives you because you want to be a hard-headed bastard.
Right.
Go ahead.
Saith the Lord, and touch not the unclean thing.
And don't touch nothing that's unclean, man. Pork or white people. Pork or European people.
Right.
Pork or Asian.
Right.
Pork or smoking weed.
Right.
Don't sleep with them either. Don't even watch pornography. This is disgusting too.
Right.
If you watching pornography, you might be homosexual.
Right.
Simple. Simple. What man can watch another man rod go in and out of a woman and he get an erection and get off on watching another man's rod do work? It ain't the woman, it's the rod.
Sound like Diddy.
It sound like Diddy. If you smoke, just like General Hyman said, if you smoking a blunt or a joint, think that's homosexual because you cannot get tired of sucking. You can't stop sucking. You can't stop blowing. You smoke a blunt amongst you, your next 2-3 homeboys in a car for break. Passing it. All the saliva and disgust on it. Come on, man. Y'all smoke blunts with women to get ass. Somebody is not a man.
Right.
Somebody's not all man, raw man. Somebody's homosexual. Go ahead.
And I will receive you, and will be a father unto you.
And the Lord will be a father unto you. And once you start listening, the Lord will receive you and be a father unto you. Your eyes will be open to more things like, man, you know, since I started smoking weed, man, I can run. I can run 5 miles.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I ain't getting pulled up. My clothes don't smell like weed.
Right.
I don't got to worry about a random drug test. And that's why I don't get about the weed smoking. Oh, ain't nothing wrong with weed. But you would do everything to pass a drug test. But you won't do everything to keep a job and provide for your damn family, man.
Right.
Your wife already ain't shit, and she talk about how you need a job, but you can't put a blunt down to 2K. You're a crackhead. Come on, man. Go ahead.
And ye shall be my sons and daughters.
And you will be the Lord's sons and daughters once you receive him. Once you separate yourself and take your spirit out of America, you will receive the Lord. Go ahead.
Saith the Lord Almighty.
Uh-huh.
You want to go to chapter 7?
These men, I mean, who is this? Oh, no, Salaki, sis, you ain't got to do that. You ain't got to do that. Don't get yourself blocked. Sis, the God on there got us booted. Oh, dang.
Who was that? Who was that?
The Rivulet Ashanta Ra.
Dang.
Bro, literally, what she said, it got booted. It got booted, literally. Good night. Yo, I had 1 minute. And then, oh, man, anyways, man, Salaki, Lord. At least I know what to say and what not to say.
Right.
Just read that precept for the time. It broke. I was like, hell yeah, the brother gonna get one tomorrow.
Right. The book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 6, verse 17. Damn. Wherefore, come out from among them, and be ye separate.
And be separate. Be different. Be strange unto them people. Be the weird. Be the alien.
Right.
Go ahead.
Saith the Lord, and touch not the unclean thing, and I will receive you, and I will be a father unto you, and ye shall be my sons and daughters.
All right. All we got to do is come together, man.
Right.
And I brought out this Eugene, and this is one of thousands, ones of hundreds, ones of millions. But I just wanted to go 100 years back then so where y'all can see this is no different.
Right.
2024 is going to be even worse than 2021, 2, and 3. This is episode 4 of the Lord's Wrath. Episode goddamn 4. And episode 4 got 365 days in it, man.
Right.
Imagine what's about to go on. But again, man, I'm the priest and officer, Ashaya Allah, with this Israelite school, Universal Practical Knowledge, starting out at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana. We teach that Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians is the 12 law tribes according to the Bible, and the true Jews by blood.
Right.
We're not affiliated with any other Israelite group, Muslim mosque, or Christian organization, man. We the home of the truth. Today was a history class about Eugene Williams, and announcement. We got Feast of Purim coming up. The 14th day of the 15th in 12 months. That's Thursday the 22nd of February and Friday the 23rd of February 2022. Esther 9:20 through 31. Man, listen, sisters. Listen. We say shut up a lot. We say we don't want to hear. We say, oh, whatever. We doing this whole men versus women. But I'm going to explain something real quick. If you can't hold it down like Esther, shut your goddamn mouth.
That's right.
Because Esther was stuck in it.
Right.
Esther was a real cold princess.
Right.
She held it down for her nation. If it wasn't for Esther, majority of us wouldn't be here. So make sure you in class and hear about Esther's man and woman, but sisters, hear it. And with that, shalom. My bones going crazy.